Here is another quick 9 playthrough here on the channel for you all. The date and the divisions, of course, shown on screen in the thumbnail. Remember to hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. Timestamps in the description down below, and remember the replays here are from old tournaments, so use the old ball attribute levels, which have now, of course, doubled. Hope you're enjoying quick 9. Good luck, and remember to tweak according to your clubs and balls and wind angles. Here we go.
Navigator ball is all you need here, and big topper. Whatever big topper level you have should be absolutely fine. Here I'm playing with big topper level 5. Max top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left. Setting up with the big topper level 5, we can use the ring reference, top left of the yellow ring touching the sand, and look at the second bounce and the ball guide. Second bounce just before the edge of the rough, with the ball guide showing that it is going to bounce out of the rough. Max plus 5 here, max plus 5. Then, as always with the big topper, concentrate on hitting perfect due to club accuracy. Perfect ball, and this one's just before the bunker, and go through the trees, clips the rough and rolls out to the fringe, and that is going to be a very consistent shot if you hit perfect. Simple wedge, and in tournament play that is going to be a tailwind wedge, so nothing to worry about. We do have cross headwind. Start once again with the basic ball. Sniper level 9 plus max backspin. Same applies if you have a lower level sniper. Apply max backspin with whatever you have. Find the position that you can see here, ball guide hold, then switch to the guardian and add the remaining backspin. You want 6.8 bars of backspin. Adjustment here, max plus 35, and we're going power 3 numbers. Recommended to keep the wind below 7, otherwise you will have more than 10 rings to adjust. And obviously if you're doing 2 ring pulls, you may lose accuracy. So consider switching to a kingmaker if you have anything above 7 miles per hour. Perfect ball here is going to have an excellent chance of dropping. Got this one 2 or 3 times in a row now, and we dropped it right at pin every time for a hole-in-one. Thank you for watching, and good luck. Bye for now. We do have predominantly tailwind, so it's going to be the grizzly. 1 bar of top spin, and then we're going to aim with the ball guide just pointing to the left edge of the cup. The tip of the ball guide, you will see when I zoom in, is along the edge of those dark green square columns. So 1 bar of top spin. Then we're going max plus 20 power 1 settings. If you get high wind, I would switch to a kingmaker, try and keep the wind below 6.6. Grizzly 8 numbers I would suggest using regardless of the level of your grizzly, because we are not at max distance of club, but I am using max numbers. So max plus 20 on this one, can have a very, very good chance of hole-in-one. Perfect ball away, and it's tracking nicely, and we drop it right at pin for a lovely hole-in-one. Shot number 1, I'm going with the big topper here purely because it's a no overpower shot. Obviously if you don't want to use the big topper, you can play further up if you're playing tour play with overpower and 4.5 top spin. But for the purposes of this video and for the tournament in question, I'm going with the big topper. It's no move target, max top spin, max plus 20 is the adjustment, push back up to max. Then big topper level 5, I'm going to go with 1 ring of overpower. If you have the lower level big topper, I would add another ring or a ring and a half on to that to cope with the lack of distance on your club level. Perfect ball away, and we're going for the double bounce over the rough. And the third bounce clearly over the rough there, and rolling out to a distance of almost 400 yards. Second shot here, do need really a sniper level 9 plus to make sure we're going to be in range. 3.6 bars of top spin, so just over 3.5 top spin. Add your spin and find the position, get the ball guide going comfortably through the hole. Have a look here, I do zoom in to check the amount, otherwise we do risk coming in short. Here we are going to be playing approximately in between mid and max, so around 72-75% slider, minus 10% elevation, that is from plus 4 yards. Don't worry about the ball guide disappearing there, the wind will push us away from the tree in time. Perfect ball away. We bounce there, and you can see already that headwind angle is checking the ball up. We just sneak this one in left side for a beautiful albatross on this par 5. We're going to explore that little extended piece of fairway here with the extra mile and a Kingmaker, or a Titan to be honest. 6 topspin and 2 bars left spin, and then I stretch out to max, and I'm aiming down the middle of that extended bit of fairway on the left hand side, letting my target fall back to the rest position and then adjusting max plus 10 power 3 settings. Obviously, if any form of tailwind, we want to try and clear the stream. If you get a load of headwind though, and you don't want to spend premium balls, then lay up and then attack the green with a wood club with a load of backspin. Whatever your drive distance is, you need backspin on this hole, unless you want to go for an aggressive rough bump with a load of topspin on that severe bank before the green. So full overpower with a slow needle gets me to 400 yards. I'm in thorn range here, so I'm going to try the max backspin shot, max backspin and half a bar of left spin. And I'm playing this one true club distance with 35% elevation. We get a very lucky drop here, but it's only to give you an idea of the type of shot that you might want to play. This max backspin approach always needs more elevation than you think because of the high bounce. Alternatives, you could play the long iron. I would use the Saturn for the backspin, hold nicely on the green. You might get lucky with a drop as well. Or of course you play with the long iron with a load of topspin and do a very risky but daring and aggressive rough bump on the slope for an eagle there. Katana and Sniper, 3.5 backspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Setup references here: blue ring touching the rough, white ring touching the base of the tree trunk. Don't worry about the ball guide, but it is there if you want to refer to it. Then we are going to adjust max numbers, 15% elevation. You'll see when we adjust here the ball guide will disappear because of the tree, but don't worry about that, we are going to apply curl to get around it. And here you need a generous amount of curl, so take a note of where the edges of the ball is, especially the left edge. Try and replicate the curl as best as you can. I would suggest just removing a click of curl here, and you'll see why. We get a nice camera angle here, but I have just over curled this slightly, and we do get a 360 and in. So maybe 1 tick less curl on that one, just to make sure you drop it with the funnel on the back of the green, right at the pin. Level 7 plus, 3.9 topspin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Rock 9 is going to set up at the top of plus 9. Rock 8 will set up at the top of plus 10, and then of course rock level 7, you will have less power available. You're going to set up at max distance. Add your spin first. Find your landing position, white ring touching the rough in all cases. You can look at the second bounce as well, it's just on the edge of the rough line. Then the adjustment, regardless of your club level, you're going to play 1-on-1 with the Kingmaker. So 8.2 in wind, you're going to adjust 8.2 rings. No need for any wind apps here, just 1-on-1. No curl, just hit perfect. Obviously a minor great left, minor great right with the rock is going to be fine as well, but we want to try and hit perfect if we can. Drive distance, you want around 350 yards. Second shot, going to show you an attempt here. We'll need a little bit of a tweak though, which I will suggest. Add 2 bars of topspin, then back the target up, get round that little glitchy area, and then you want the tip of the ball guide to be approximately 3 to 4 green squares short of the pin to compensate for the tailwind push. Then we're going to play true club distance plus 10% elevation, power 3. So for plus 8 yards, play this one 90% slider, 10% elevation. The tweak here that I would suggest is go with a flicker of 1201. This is because I missed to the left. Is a little bit of a touchy shot here, so may need some further investigation as well if you have the time and the tokens. But the speed is nice. I just think a little bit of 1201 will pull us less to the left and therefore would be aiming more at the pin. But there's a couple of other tweaks you could try as well. But the speed is nice on this par 5. NMT tee shot here with the Sniper. The spins needed will vary dramatically depending on the wind angle. Just look at the offset here. 3 backspin, 1 left spin. Don't worry about the ball guide. It's showing that it's going to trail off the green. Even now this green is flatter and the pin is closer, it's still going to look a bit weird, but it's going to be okay. Mid plus 20. I like the NMT in crosswind, tailwind, and cross tailwind. Any form of headwind, I would rather you set further back so you have room to adjust. So mid plus 20 works well in a variety of wind angles actually, but like I say, the important thing is to take a token or two and get your spins right and your offset. Work out what's needed, bouncing very, very safely there down the middle and beautifully dropping for the hole in one. Of course, if you do want to try and blast it, you can, but for me, I much prefer laying up and going for the thorn second shot. Just under 6 topspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Leave yourself room before the rough for your first bounce due to tailwind, and we're going to aim at the rocks in the distance. Max plus 20, power 2 settings. We are using a katana. If you don't have Extra Mile 8 Plus or Apocalypse 3 Plus, then you can use the big topper instead. Make sure you look at the position of the second bounce with your spins added, just to check you've got everything else correct, even if you're using a different accuracy club. Outer wall curl to the right, and we're looking to get this one around 350 yards. Second shot, going to check distance here with a fringe check where the fringe meets the green. Plus 2 here, and my suggestion here based on the lip out that we get in the video is to go 66% slider, 10% elevation. You can use drive distance if you want to, if you don't want to do fringe check, if that isn't possible, but fringe check is the most accurate reference that we can have here. 1.5 backspin, aim at the pin but ball guide just short of cup, especially with thorn 8 and 9, otherwise you will come in too hot. Even shorter with obviously thorn 7 or lower. So 66 slider, 10% elevation based on this very unfortunate lip out here. Perfect ball away, pulling over the bullseye. We think we're going to drop it, but very unlucky just to catch the right edge and take a 180 out. Here we go then, cross headwind here on this par 4. So essentially we are still going to go with the same spin we usually would though. 6 top spin, 3 right spin, and we're just aiming a little bit more left than previous. So we're just aiming just past the left edge of the bush. Extra Mile 8 Plus, APOC 3 Plus, fine, if not play big topper. But you may need to look at the second bounce and set up further back. Adjustment, max plus 30 on this one. Max plus 30, outer wall curl to the right. Hit perfect, great right, may risk clipping the rough on the other side of the sand. So just watch out for that one because the wind will push us back. So perfect ball away, we bounce very nicely over there. Write your drive distance down in case you can't do a fringe check. We have 347. But ideally, as before, the fringe check is more accurate than drive distance on this occasion because we're not playing in a linear fashion on hole. 1 backspin, 1 right spin, and for a fringe check of plus 2. Nice easy figures to remember here. 80% slider, 20% elevation. Obviously, if you had fringe check of plus 1, then you are a little bit nearer. So you go 78 slider, and the fringe check of plus 3 will be 82 slider. So it's 2% per yard. More on this on the BK Academy tutorial playlist. Pull over the bullseye with your 20% elevation here and centre the ball nicely. 1 backspin, 1 right spin. Aim at the pin. Ball guide to the pin with thorn 8 and 9, slightly short with thorn 7 and lower. And we drop it right at pin for a beautiful eagle. Thank you for watching and good luck.
If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video.
Here we're going to play right hand side all day and every day. It is the best chance for the albatross. Going with the APOC for the curl. We're going with 5 top spin and 3 bars side spin to the left. In tailwind I would reduce the top spin down ever so slightly. We need to make sure we clear the rough, but we don't want to roll too long into the furthest section of rough on that second fairway. P3 max rest with APOC 4 would be plus 10 with APOC 5 and above. And here I'm playing this one maximum distance with 10% elevation. We will, of course, need to use some curl, but with APOC 4 I'm actually pushing back up to max just to make sure I clear it. Headwind angles here, you will need some overpower unfortunately. 3/4 ball curl to the left in this wind angle, hitting perfect, and the end of this fairway is giving us now a much nicer bounce. We could even have pushed it further if we wanted to, and maybe have increased the curl as well, but we're very safely on the fairway here, not threatening the rough, 375 yards. Now here we want to be playing with our sniper if possible, which is why I don't want to go too long on the drive. I'm pushing up 10 rings from min in this instance, adding 3.5 backspin and aiming with the ball guide short of the hole due to the tailwind, but also pointing slightly left of pin. As you will see, the ball guide curves from the left to the right as the green slopes in that direction as well. True club distance or rings from min, 20% elevation. So 10 rings up from min here. I'm actually playing this one at 25% slider, which for me, as you can see there, is about 6.7 rings, centering the ball and hitting perfect. Obviously in headwind scenarios, if you want to push the drive a bit further, you can actually be in a nice spot to play from the minimum distance line in any headwind angle. Can be very good as a reference, but there is a nice albatross. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.